I'm Jim Martin. This segment of the Call of the Wild. We're here in Birmingham, Alabama at the Deer and Turkey Expo. Today we're getting all kind of people coming by the booth today, and today we have got the redneck guru, Sam Kite. And Sam is owner of Wilderness Calls, and they've got a variety of different calls, but we've got a good one today. We're talking about hog calling. And you know, these wild hogs have been a real problem for deer management, turkey management, everything. And you know, they used to put out corn and all that kind of stuff and try to trap them. But today, Sam is going to talk about a call that you can call in these hogs to them, right, Sam?
Yeah, Jim, when we first started Wilderness Calls a few years back, we didn't really have a big hog problem. Then as we started our deer management, putting out feed, constant feed for our deer to get our herd up and bigger horns, we noticed that we got a lot of hogs coming in. We put out our game cameras and we caught a big old, probably 400-pound boar on film.
400?
Yes, sir. You call him Hogzilla. That's one of our famous hogs out there.
Hogzilla. Good.
So we decided, you know, we could never catch him on corn. So we figured we'd come up with something else that would try to help us get, you know, a shot at him or at least see him. And that's when we come up with the Wilderness Calls hog call.
Lobby dog. Well, demonstrate that. Is there any specific thing you do, you know, like turkey calling, we got cuts and cackles and everything, deer calling, you got all these different things?
It's actually got a little grunt, which is a sharp.
Okay.
Now just like the little grunt of the hog when he's rooting around into the bushes and stuff. Okay. And then you have like when the old boar gets, you know, he gets behind a sow or something and she gives off a squeal.
There you go.
And now what you do is you want to continuously do that for a little bit, then let it set. And there again, just like any other calling you're going to do, turkey, deer, or anything else, you'll repeat that process. And then what happens is the big boar hears it. He's the dominant one of the herd. That's the one you want to come in there anyway, because he's going to have the big tusk that you want to mount that head on.
Now, you're trying to locate them, right? Do you locate them just like you do for a turkey, or?
Well, with hogs, you cannot pattern a hog.
Okay.
They're going to eat whenever they get ready to eat or when they can find something to eat. So you're mainly going to set up. You can do the cam for a while and kind of get a pattern. If they're feeding early, they're feeding late.
So the trail cameras?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
But to actually pattern them to where you're going to know where he's going to be, you can't.
So they do have a certain type of pattern like deer and turkey. You know how they do in a circle.
Yes, sir. But they'll have they don't actually, if they get hungry, they may eat in the middle of a feeding cycle.
Oh, really? Okay.
So you'll find the area that they're staying in, find a wet area in the heat of the day, go to that area, set up, and then start your calling.
All right, so what we're in the woods. We're just hit the woods. We're trying to locate. We kind of know about an area where they've been. So what do you set up just like you do with turkey? Do you set up a little blind, or you just?
Well, I like to use tree stands.
Tree stands, okay, yeah.
When it comes to hogs or deer, because you got a bigger area you can see.
Yeah.
Just like with the deer, you'll be able to see more area. And usually we use the same rifle we use for the deer. Therefore, you don't have to get him in as close.
It's like a 270, 30-06 type thing, or?
Yeah, any size of that caliber.
Okay.
I use a 308.
308?
But with a boar hog, he has a very sensitive nose.
Okay.
And if you're down on the ground with him in a blind, it's going to be, if he gets wind of you, he's worse than any animal you ever seen. He'll turn inside out and leave.
All right.
You want to try to get up to where you don't have that wind.
Well, let's put him in a scenario. We're out in the woods. You're just set up. What kind of call are you going to use?
When you first start, I would just do the grunt.
Okay. Now, do you listen for other grunts calling back at you? Did they call back?
Eventually, if they get close enough, you'll actually be able to hear them grunt.
Okay.
And I've been in tree stands and almost, heat of the day, you'd be kind of, your eyes getting heavy, and all of a sudden you hear him grunting out there.
Yeah.
Well, that's when you pick this thing up and really go to work.
Okay.
And you want to do the squeal after you do the grunt a few times. That lets them think there's another boar in the area.
Okay, so we've heard one. Now what do you do?
And you get on to do the. You do that a couple of times, make it sound like another boar hog's in the area chasing your sounds.
Now is it a mating thing, or is it like a challenge?
Territorial. More of a challenge thing, because he thinks he's the only one there. And he hears that other one in the area, therefore he's going to come try to find out who's messing with his girls.
Is that the only two calls that you basically need to learn? Or is there different types?
That's the two I've been using. Okay. Actually, last year left a show in Macon, went to the farm, and actually killed a boar and a sow. There was a boar with her, but I'd already killed a big boar, and I wanted something for the freezer, so I shot the sow on the second trip.
All right, well, give us another call on that thing. Let's hear it some more. Well, that sounds good. Well, all right. Sam, I appreciate you dropping by.
Thank you, Jim.
And we'll see you next week on Call the Wild. I'm Jim Martin.